To talk about being sent to prison. On January 29th of 1999, Judge Borris sentenced me to 6 years state prison. I was not allowed to use Prop 215 as my defense. I campaigned for Prop 215 before it became law. Judge James P. Gray acknowledged me as a patient under Prop 215. So I was sentenced to 6 years state prison. I reported from the Orange County jail, went to Orange County jail, straight from court to jail. Again, they already know who I am from back in January 13th of 1998 when the city council, someone had me arrested. So the Orange County jail was aware of who I am, that my conditions, that I use as medicinal cannabis. So here I am again, back in January 29th of 99, back in there, letting them know my conditions flared up, that I would need my medicinal cannabis. But again, I knew I was going to be denied. Then from there I was shipped to prison. This is where I reported them the same thing, have them document my medical use of medicinal cannabis. Some wrote it in my medical records that I requested, and some didn't. The doctor even mentioned it to me, not to mention that word, that I would be sent to prison. Well, I had to remind him, this is the reason I'm in prison for standing up for my rights under the law to use it as a patient. He had nothing to say after that. Then they shipped me to Susanville up north, a fire camp that I have no business being there. This is where these inmates are trained to go fight fires. I am disabled. I have medical conditions. It snows up there. They assigned me a job in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning until noon, sweeping the sidewalks or raking the snow. It was very hard on my arthritis. Cruel punishments were inflicted on me. Made it clear to them I should not be here. Sent me to a medical facility. Well, 2000 of January, they shipped me to Vacaville up north. This is a medical facility for inmates with disabilities or medical conditions. I felt more comfortable there. Again, I reported to them about my chronic pain, my medicinal use of cannabis. While I was up there, I made it clear that I had a lower bunk that at times it was difficult for me to climb up. I fell off the bunk, re-injured myself, because they said there was no bunks. Then I received on April 21st of 2000, I received a letter, news from the guard telling me to pack it up, that I was being released from prison. And I was being released on my appeal on April 21st of 2000. The day after 420 that everybody celebrates. But 421 was my day to always remember. When I came home, found out that they dropped the case against Jack due to his illness. I found out he went to Florida, back to Florida. I called his mom up, and she informed me that he had passed away on that day that I was released from prison. It saddens my heart. A lot of people don't realize I lost a lot of members that helped me stood up for this organization and for their rights to use this medicinal cannabis under the law. I'll talk to them. I'll have a special video about them. But right now, I'm trying to bring you guys up to date what's going on with me. I want to get back in the movement. For their sakes, for their memories, as well as for my sake. I paid my dues to stand up for our rights. When I was released from prison, I continued to exercise my rights. On September 6th of 2001, a year later, Santa Ana police raided my house, stripped me down to all my medicine, my plants, everything. I had no medicine, but did not arrest me. Then my appeal was denied. I got a notification that my appeal was denied. Then I found out Judge Borris sent my case to another judge to have him finish his punishment. Then I requested to have it sent back to Judge Borris, for he could finish his punishment to deal with me. And my attorney asked him, Mr. Chavez walked in, he's not a flight risk, that he picked up another 215 case, that he will stay, if I could stay out until I take care of this case. And Judge Borris says no. So I was arrested at that moment. The following month, the DA walked into court and dropped a case against me when the Santa Ana raided my house. So I went back to prison to finish my time that Judge Borris sentenced me. August 2004, I was released from prison. I reported to my parole officer with my recommendations. They honored the law. I discharged my number in 2007.